Hey everyone, happy Saturday. Long time no see, right? And I know every time I seem to come on there, I have the same baby, but I'm just in love with her right now. So here she is again, Miss Haven. She is wearing a little vitamins baby onesie that has a little rosettes on it, and she has a little matching hairband to go with. Um, I got this from Once Upon a Child a few weeks ago. You saw it in one of my haul videos. And the original tag was on there for like $22 and I only paid $3.50. So you can definitely find great bargains at Once Upon a Child, ladies. So Kimberly Cocoon, she really requested for me to do this video just to talk about my experience in Djibouti. And a couple other people also, but I know she was like really in tune and wanted me to talk about what happened. So finally got a little bit of time today. So sit down, relax, and you can look at Miss Haven while we talk a little bit. So first, I want to start off like the flight over. The longest part was the layovers. The longest we had was a layover in Paris, actually. So that was like a 12-hour layover, and we didn't go sightseeing while we were in there. We were just like so tired because we flew like the whole night over, and then we were in the lounge, which is awesome when you could travel with somebody who's like platinum status with the airline. It's amazing. So we were in the lounge. We showered, ate, slept for like 12 hours. But even though it was nice, that I was glad to even be able to do that. So our flight was ready to leave from Paris to Djibouti. So, and I'll tell you, there's a difference with the metal detectors from stateside in the U.S. versus overseas, especially in Paris and in Africa. I don't know, in the US, maybe the sensors are turned down lower because, like I've explained in a previous video, I had my hips replaced. So they didn't trigger the metal detectors in the US. But as soon as I was in France, oh my gosh, trying to explain to them that I had artificial hips, and even in Africa, that was very interesting. So I had to get like a little extra pat down in both locations. Um, but when we arrived in Djibouti, immediately you notice it's a different world. It's like one of those moments where you say we're not in Kansas anymore. Definitely. From the airport experience, truly different. This was my first time actually flying overseas. So it was very interesting for this to be my first trip. And other people weren't excited about going. I was like, I want to go take pictures and see the sights, see the locals. I want to like really indulge in the local culture. And other people, they weren't so excited about that. Like, what would you take pictures of and this and that? I don't know. They were looking at it from a different point of view than I was because I really enjoyed myself. Um, from the time we got there, everyone was so friendly and so lovely. I have no complaints as far as the hospitality of the locals in the country. None whatsoever. The languages that they speak are French, Arabic, and English. Those are the three main languages that they speak. They do have their local languages like Somali and Djiboutian, which they're forbidden to speak. So they mostly speak French there. And when we got to the hotel, it was like a 5-star hotel. So it was nice. As soon as we got to the hotel, there are armed guards, and then they manually up and down the gate to let people in. And I noticed even at the stores there, it's like and the restaurants, almost any indoor place that you went into, there were armed guards, and they had metal detectors to search you. And of course, with it being a Muslim country, the women have to be searched by another woman, and then the men were searched by another man. That's something that I had to get used to, because you used to, in the States, we could just walk in the store without even really thinking about anything like that. To say it's a poor country, everything's expensive there. And like 40% of the population is nomadic from either Somalia or Ethiopia. And you saw in the pictures where a lot of the nomadic people, where they live, which that is very sad to see. And that was disheartening. And you were seeing like kids, as soon as we were stopped at a traffic light, kids would come up to the car and they would beg you for money. And but as soon as you give them something, it was like it was not enough. They would always ask for more, more, more. And you feel bad because sometimes when we did give them money, you would see them run over and give it to another adult. And people were saying that we really shouldn't give it to them because they were using it for bad purposes. But you feel so heartbroken when they do that. My heart truly goes out to those kids. And education is not free. Like we take for granted here in the U.S. that we have the public school system that's free. It's not always good in every area. I give it that as room for improvement, but we have that option where we don't have to pay for it. Um, and over there, they are liberal Muslims, and there are some Christians there as well. And trying to find clothes, because when I was reading up on the culture before I left, I was like, I need to find some, I guess, more conservative or covered up clothes. I do dress pretty, conservative, but trying to look for clothes where you didn't show your shoulders or shorts that came at least mid thigh or past that, it was hard to find it when I was trying to find it in the store. But kind of find out that they're very liberal when it comes to us. They don't expect us to follow their culture, and especially if you're not Muslim, so there was no judgment passed or anything like that. But I just didn't want to feel like I was disrespecting anybody. So that's why I was trying to be careful what I wore. And you could see that like it's a lot of dirt on the roads and stuff, but they are building up. I noticed with the infrastructure, they're about to put a rail system in, which is going to go from Ethiopia to Djibouti, which they are like almost next door to each other. So it's building up. I would say like the next 10 years or so that it'll be a nice place. I see they're building a mall. They have a soccer stadium already. They already have some housing that I see that they're building as well. You saw where the president's compound is. That was massive, and there were guards all over, like guarding it. You saw in my video as well when we went down to the souk area, which is their downtown, and where they sell a lot of their goods and services for money and things. I met the sweetest woman that was cleaning my room. I like to explore the hotel. The hotel was massive, and I didn't even really get to see all of it. So it was a 5-star hotel, and I mean, it was amazing. It was several restaurants in there and a spa, and you saw the pool area, and it was like an infinity pool, and it looks like it ran off into the Indian Ocean. It was like the most beautiful scene. It was definitely hot there, and it was really humid. On a good day, it was like 120 degrees. But for some reason, it was not bad to me. I felt like I was being sun-kissed. I don't know. I felt like I was in paradise. It was a very calming experience. It's sad when you go out in the street and you see the people walking around and things like that. But for some reason, I don't know, it was just a calming experience to me. It is a vacation spot for a lot of French people. They were there. And then the hotel we stayed at, a lot of diplomats normally stay at that hotel as well. Maybe because it's the only 5-star hotel in the whole country. And their currency is the Djiboutian franc. And it's like we were able to connect with people who were able to find food for a cheaper price than we were able to get especially at our hotel. It was expensive and things like that. But anybody, I mean, if open to that kind of experience, I would say it is a trip that you would definitely love to take. It was amazing. I'm glad I got the opportunity to go. I'm glad I will be able to go again. And I do look forward to that as well. And I was told that I couldn't leave the country without at least trying camel meat. And I am so glad that I at least tried it. We went to this restaurant called The Melting Pot, which is a local spot where we were able to get it on a skewer. And it was camel meat, beef, and french fries to the bottom. And we had a drizzle with cognac. which was amazing. So, and it came out on this, it looked like a spear from medieval times that had spikes on it, and it looked like a weapon. But it was like so cool, and it was truly a great experience. So I had lamb in the Italian restaurant, which is inside the hotel as well. I'm used to having it in a chop, but it was like pulled pork kind of, and it was like butter, really. I had the greatest conversation with the young lady that was cleaning my room. I will not forget her name, Fatima Zara, which I think is so beautiful. She taught us a couple of other phrases in Djibouti. Some things we like to say, like "it is what it is wasita walau. Thank you is wat mahatsantai. Good night is human wanaksin. What's your name? Magao. Good morning is subak wanaksin. And I think it sounds so beautiful and truly was an amazing time. I cannot say it enough how great of a time that I really had. Guys enjoyed me telling my story and my journey as to what happened on my trip. And you can see this little girl right here. I don't know how long she's going to stay entertained, guys, because normally she has to always have me in her sights. She does not want me to leave her for any reason. She is the spoiled one out the bunch right now. Usually it's Dominic, but lately this little girl right here, I don't know if she's teething or what it is going on. But I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Mine, I'm trying to relax. I was like so tired all day. Finally mustered up a little bit of energy this afternoon though. But I want to say thanks for stopping by. Thanks for commenting, watching, liking, and always supporting as always. Oh, look, she looking at her aunties and uncles out there. Oh boy, it looks like she may be hungry, guys. Thanks again for watching, and let me go ahead and feed her before she gets too upset. Bye bye.